So, what do you have to do to get exposure on mass media? You would think you'd have to bribe someone. That's wrong. You would think you have to steal from someone. That's slightly right, but also relatively wrong. You would think you'd have to sleep with someone. That's incredibly partially true. Then what do you have to do? You would think you'd have to come up with a good idea. God forbid, no. You'd think you'd have to agree to tell lies. Well, that's mandatory. You'd think you just have to be supportive of the agenda. Well, actually, sometimes you're expected to bring in something new. Lie, steal, bribe, gluttony. Well, you'd have to get in good shape. Lie, steal, bribe, gluttony, sex. Perhaps you'd have to be a minor. In the beginning, all are. Maybe you'd have to provide them with more than one body. Well, that is essentially what mass media is to the masses. Perhaps you would do good if you were associated with the financial system. Yes, even tougher than the media, you see. Lying, stealing, bribing, sex trafficking, pedophilia. You're getting close. Weird kings. They're for rituals. How about the good communication technology that affects consciousness? Hypnosis, psychology. That's mandatory. It's been practiced for a century. Oratory abilities, we call that. Also, the frequency stuff. Giza, Gaza, Giza. Would that be suffice? Well, on the one hand, you might not be completely shadow banned, but everyone's doing it. I mean, you're not bringing something new to the table. Mass killing. Yes. Could I just enable mass killing? Everybody does that. Organ trade. But the bankers do that. Do you get picked by let's say, nepotism, yes, it does work for that, but sometimes families kill their own. Slavery. Well, the more you go up the rank, the more enslaved you are. This is true. Something with animals. Yes, but not the type that you're thinking about. What you said, Giza, perhaps I should make a pact with aliens, depending on their stream. Lineage, blood. Lineage, blood, pedophilia. Well, it's torture, basically. Yes, medical experiments too. Being a provider of bodies to do that. Yet you're still being controlled, and you have to infiltrate new markets to bring something new. Well, if the whole world is pretty much mapped, there are other planets, it takes time and technology, but you can rearrange the world and start the game anew. That sounds quite a lot to have just, I don't know, how many viewers? You can have a million, but they won't be engagement. You need intelligence for that. Intelligence, aren't these the spies that are getting betrayed all the time and become whistleblowers by the dozens each second? Yes. Can I get a clue? Indian tribes, the Inuit, some of them used to cannibalize on their enemies. Some of them perhaps used to cannibalize on their own. I mean, they did infanticide, child weddings, something inspiring that brings in the shifts of time. Time travel. Yes, but we already do that. Hacking the system. The system is way more decentralized than you think, just because of that. But decentralized. That means that whatever you do and how much ever you kill, slaughter, rape, torture, like sand through the hourglass, so is your time. Memento Mori.